seriously, do you think that Jess Hilarious was nice as Sexyy Red?
I didn't understand.
We make the joke and it is misogynistic, but there is a lot of truth that women do not support women. Y'all are shadier to women than we could ever fucking be.
Yeah.
Women know where it hurts more.
Women don't support women, and men don't support each other. Men fake support each other.
But
and I'm not saying Jess Hilarious shouldn't have an opinion about
all.
Sexyy Red.
I don't want to chalk that up to all women because I know.
No, never. It's never all women, of course.
Yeah, like no. People aren't supportive to people. This is especially.
But not only that, it's easier. It's easier for people to laugh at celebrities when they go through human, because people like to think celebrities aren't human.
Exactly.
Cardi's having a human moment in her personal life right now, so people, of course, on the internet are gonna laugh, especially when she has bars in her music like "I should let my best friend fuck on your nigga" and all of that. Like, you know what I'm saying? So
even if she didn't have that bar, people would still be laughing.
Of course, because she's a celebrity. But I'm just saying, like, it's part of it. My thing is, I'm not gonna sit here and joke about what they are going through because it's some real shit and they have a family. So that's my whole thing. But this Sexyy Red Jess Hilarious thing, I didn't understand it only because Sexyy Red never said what Jess Hilarious said that was disrespectful with trying to play her.
But I understand where she's coming from with that because that she could have seen clips from Jess because when this came out, letting everybody know, Jess Hilarious obviously is on the Breakfast Club. Sexyy Red went up there and Jess kept trying to like talk to her, or I guess she said hi to her when Sexyy first arrived. Sexyy was just kind of like, I don't really rock with you. Like, you throwing shade, throwing low subs. And Jess was like, well, what did I say? Which I hate when people do sometimes because I think that on the spot, that can be gaslighting. Because if you've said so many things about me or multiple things about me and it was a year ago or 2 years ago, I might not remember exactly what you said, especially if I'm a celebrity and mad people talk shit about me. But I remember that it was you. I might not be able to pull this up in this exact moment on this interview, but I know that it was you. I know that.
But she was trying to figure it out. She talks almost.
If you feel like if you say you don't mess with me because I was talking shit about you or I said something, tell me what I said.
And also,
we've ran into that before, Mo. I mean, maybe not going onto a platform to do an interview, but we both sat there like, didn't that person say something? I can't remember what the fuck they said. Yeah, but I remember they said something.
But I also wasn't sitting down with the person doing an interview.
Fair, but if
I'm sitting down with the person doing the interview, I'm gonna know who in that room talk shit and I'm gonna address it.
But Mo, you and I have, I think, and I'm not saying Sexyy Red doesn't have control of what platform she's going to, but she's a big artist that I'm sure just has a PR person that gives her a list. I'm picking you up at this time, and we're hitting all these outlets that they pick.
Yeah,
you and I are much more hands-on with who we talk to and who we're going to talk to. What platform.
But if Sexyy Red didn't want to do that interview, she wouldn't have did that interview. She has enough control.
No, that's not what I'm saying. She could have went up to the Breakfast Club and forgot that Jess Hilarious was even.
And then just saw her face and was like, her.
When you think Breakfast Club, you don't think Jess Hilarious
at all.
That's fair.
So you know what I'm saying?
I think she did say she didn't know if. Did she know if Charlamagne was going to be there or she didn't know Jess was going to be there?
Probably Jess.
Because Jess originally wasn't supposed to be a permanent member. Remember that?
Ended up doing really well and has good chemistry with them. But if I'm going to the Breakfast Club, I'm thinking Envy and Charlamagne.
Yeah.
In the back of my head, if I forgot, I just know that girl said something. At 5 o'clock in the fucking morning, I'm not like, is Jess Hilarious going to be there? No, I'm thinking Charlamagne and Envy. But that's no shade to Jess. She just hasn't been a staple on that show yet.
No, I understand that. Job. But I do like the way that Jess handled it, though. She was saying, like, but what did I, like...
Exactly, she was trying to figure it out.
Because I don't agree with everything you say or do. She was like, I don't agree with everything that anybody says or does.
No,
but
I think she made some personal attacks on her looks.
She not even...
Talk about the smell of her pussy. I watched the whole thing.
Exactly, and that's another reason why... that's another reason why...
I heard the clip.
That's not attacking the art.
It's another reason...
As a comedian, though, a lot of shit is kind of like... Take it with a grain of salt. It's a comedian.
Is she a comedian?
Yeah, she's a comedian.
Yeah.
But this is where I say that women need to be nicer to each other because I wouldn't like that shit either. You see what I'm saying? Like, especially as a black woman and you a black woman up here and you joking in a room full of men about how my pussy smell, I think that there should be a line on comedy because it wasn't even that necessary of a line.
A line on comedy?
It was when
she's a comedian, it gets a different
at different times. Bitch, you not doing stand up right now. You're not doing stand up.
But she's on the radio.
A comedian.
Okay.
No, but when you're a comedian,
because the Breakfast Club is not based off
comedy.
Comedians.
Like
and
that's what.
First of all, she's a comedian, can say whatever the fuck she wants, and she's great at her craft. But some people are allowed to feel disrespected by if you're talking about the smell of my pussy.
I'm not saying Sexyy shouldn't feel disrespected.
Exactly.
That's fine. She's
not every comedian gets a pass for anything.
But she's going to react how a comedian reacts. She's going to make jokes. How you interpret them, Sexyy, go ahead. You should be upset.
But Julian, as a comedy fan, you don't think there's a difference between a sly remark about the smell of my pussy in regards to an STD or a stand-up bit that's well thought out?
I would like to see
because anyone could have said the thing that Jess said. She didn't say that as a comedian. Anyone could have been like,
but wasn't
I don't think it was the smell of the condom.
I would like.
It wasn't about an STD. It wasn't about any of that. Sexyy was saying, it was a clip where Sexyy was saying, she was like, I don't use condoms. Like, I don't like the way condoms make me
No, I think
smell.
she may have actually said she had an STD.
She said that before, but that's not what they were talking about. She said, I don't use condoms. I don't like the way condoms make my pussy smell. Like, I don't like that. Jess goes, oh, baby, I don't think that's the condom. Like that. That was unnecessary.
Which, by the way, anyone could have said.
And anyone could
take a comedian to say that.
And this is where I think nuance.
Man, that's not that
crazy.
That's not.
Whoa.
This is the thing.
We're not arguing if it's bad or not. But someone could feel away if you talk about the smell of my pussy.
And we don't look at the nuance.
You're talking about the smell of your pussy.
It's my pussy.
She says she didn't like the way condoms.
And I'm a comedian. So I'm looking at an artist say something about the smell of their pussy, and I found a joke in that.
Also,
no, Jess was allowed. Everyone is right here, is what I'm saying. How is Sexyy Red not allowed to feel away off that comment? And I'll even defend Jess when Jess was like, I don't remember saying something bad about you. I've been in that same position where someone felt like I disrespected them off a comment I made on a pod that I don't remember a year ago.
Exactly.
And I'm like, why are you in your feelings? Everyone was right.
But you would want that person to tell you what you said, right?
And if no one can remember, but I just remember that you said some wild shit, cool. I didn't even know you were going to be here.
You have a long-standing beef with Angela Yee and don't know what the beef is about.
No idea.
It's over.
When we seen Angela, what did you do?
I asked her a bunch of times what.
And she has yet to tell you, right?
No, because she may not remember.
And y'all weren't on mic. And that's why I'm like, y'all are just ignoring the fact that that's not just like she said a joke that's like appropriate. That's a super personal joke. I wouldn't have repeated it on the radio either. I might have told her afterwards, but I'm not going to repeat that joke on the radio either. First of all, I'm setting myself up again to be laughed at because you know it's going to be clicked. Like, it might just be like, oh, you know what? No. This you was talking shit, period. I'm not going to repeat, oh, you said my pussy stink. That makes that another moment. And if that's embarrassing, you're now re-embarrassing yourself. I don't blame her for bringing that up, whether she remembered it or not.
No worry and now.